On today's episode of the Antihero Files, we uncover how Dexter Morgan's life was rewritten in a single moment. A moment that changed everything. Dexter's story doesn't start with a decision. It starts with a nightmare. A young boy pulled from the aftermath of something no child should ever witness, and a man who realized that saving him was only the beginning of a much darker road. As Dexter grew, Harry knew he couldn't ignore what he saw in that boy. So he built a framework, rules to shape Dexter and keep his urges contained. The code wasn't just about guiding him, it was about protecting everyone else from what he might become. Harry watched Dexter closely, the way he reacted, the way he withdrew, the way something lingered in him long after the moment had passed. And Harry understood what no one else could. Love alone wouldn't be enough to save this child. As he got older, Dexter built a life that looked completely ordinary. A steady job, a quiet routine, a version of normal he could slip into without raising suspicion. But underneath it all, the patterns were still there, forming in ways no one around him ever noticed. By day, Dexter studied blood to solve crimes. By night, he followed it to commit them. Two lives balanced so precisely that even he wasn't sure which one was real. But the darkness didn't just live inside him. It traveled with him, whispering, nudging, a passenger he never asked for, but could never escape. That room was where everything made sense to Dexter. The plastic, the tools, the silence, all part of a ritual he'd perfected over the years. It wasn't chaos to him, it was order. The one place where his darkness felt organized. With Rita and the kids, Dexter tried to build something real. A routine, a home, a life that looked steady from the outside. And for a while, it worked. He wasn't pretending to be normal. He was trying to live it. When Harrison came into Dexter's life, everything changed. A son, a fresh start. Suddenly he had someone to protect, and a reason to try to be better than the darkness he'd spent years fighting. However, Dexter's two worlds were never meant to stay separate. The lies, the late nights, the excuses, they all started stacking up. And slowly, the life he built began slipping out of his control. Eventually, everything caught up to Dexter. The lies, the secrets, the life he tried to hold together. It all started to crack. And in moments like this, alone with his thoughts, he couldn't hide from the truth anymore. The danger wasn't out there. It was inside him. When Deb died, Dexter wasn't facing a consequence. He was facing himself. She was the one person who saw the good in him, even when he couldn't. Losing her didn't just break his world. It broke the part of him that still believed he could be anything other than what he was becoming. Years later, Dexter tried to rebuild something with Harrison. Not by hiding the darkness, but by finally acknowledging it. For the first time, he wasn't teaching a code. He was trying to help his son face the same shadow he'd lived with his entire life. Dexter's life wasn't built on power. It was built on control. A careful balance of rules, routine, and the darkness he tried to contain. But every life he touched, every secret he kept, pushed him closer to the truth he never wanted to face. Even the strongest code can't save you from yourself. Fun fact, Dexter's inner monologue was the hardest part to get right. The writers and editors spent a lot of time refining his voiceover because it had to reveal his thoughts without explaining too much. Those narrations became one of the show's signature storytelling devices. Thanks for watching. More Antihero stories soon.